And now my opening statement. Is it me, or does nothing out of Washington make sense these days?
Our citizens, our world today is actually, despite ISIL, despite the visible killings that you see and how horrific they are, we are actually living in a period of less daily threat to Americans and to people in the world than normally.
When the final counting is done, 2014 will have been the most lethal year for global terrorism in the 45 years such data has been compiled.
You know, it's like these guys are actually auditioning to replace that old comedy duo, Abbott and Costello.
Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know, is on third.
You know the guy's names on the baseball team?
Yes.
Well, go ahead. Who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Look, if I were the DA and I trumpet there's no crime, but the police chief says crime is rampant, head for the hills, one of us would and should lose our job. So while the White House continues to talk, holding the Countering Violent Extremism conference, and our commander-in-chief says it's a lie to say that ISIS is a part of Islam, they behead 21 Christians, burn a captive alive in a cage, and continue to expand the territory they control in their jihad against our civilized world. And as Iran tests fires a new strategic weapon and simulates an attack on an American aircraft carrier, our commander-in-chief so desperate to negotiate with them that he throws our one solid ally in the Middle East, Israel, under the bus. Mr. President, you have tried to prevent Prime Minister Netanyahu from speaking before Congress. With all due respect, if you believe in the American Constitution and the First Amendment, there is something called free speech. And if you say you don't want him to speak because you don't want to appear to influence the upcoming Israeli election, then why did you send out that crack Sunday morning talk show theorist Susan Rice to say the visit would be destructive? Isn't the mere use of the word destructive an attempt to influence the upcoming Israeli election? You know, Mr. President, why does it feel like you're on the wrong side of things, on the wrong side of history? Why are you not working with Egypt and Jordan to eliminate ISIS? Both are Arab Muslim nations willing to identify the enemy as Islamic extremist. Your latest excuse to not identify them as Islamist is that you don't want to legitimize them. Did you just come up with that one this week? If you didn't want to legitimize them, why did you get out of Iraq so fast, leaving room for them to move right in? And when 21 of his people were killed, beheaded, Egyptian President El-Sisi had his military take to the air within 24 hours to bomb his enemy. And when Jordanian King Abdullah heard of the burning of his soldier, he raced back to Jordan to rally his forces, hang 2 terrorists, and organize a military strike against ISIS. But you, Mr. President, what do? You hit the golf course within minutes of announcing the beheading of an American citizen. It must be good to be you. And this week, in spite of your efforts to dissuade our one constant ally in the Middle East, Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu comes to Congress to speak to us, the American people, about the threat of the nation you so desperately want an agreement with, Iran. But you know what? 77% of Americans say potential Iranian nukes are a critical threat to us. But then again, he's a real leader. You can call him chicken crap, and you can say that his visit is destructive, but tell me this. What's more destructive? The leader of one of our allies speaking to Congress, or a nuclear bomb in the hands of Iran? And while you, Mr. President, hunger to understand the legitimate grievances of those who want to kill us, and while your ace State Department spokesperson wants to give them jobs, the last laugh, Mr. President, is on you. Many of these jihadists, as we found out this week, are not in need of a job. Actually, they're pretty well heeled. That's nothing new. We've known that since 9/11. And by the way, they don't need a job. They have a job. Their job is to kill us. And that's my open. Tell me what you think on my Facebook page or Twitter at Judge Jeanine, #JusticeOpen.